Hey, and welcome to Terrific Tuesday. I'm still in my pajamas. I'm just getting ready for work. And unfortunately, this week, this is the only time I've got to record anything. And I just find it really important for me to kind of document what I'm feeling, what I'm up to, what I'm like, what's going off with me, because I don't know, I watch it back and it does help me, and it helps me like with the thought process. It helps me put things into place, and well, I'm gonna have to record this while doing my makeup, so I really do apologize. So I've been thinking, and unfortunately things have got to change for me. um I'm really happy with where I am on my weight loss journey. I've lost like weight, and for like over the last 2 years, I've gone from 25, just over 25 stone to now I'm like in the 17s, which is not ideal. It's really slow considering the fact that I started with an absolutely amazing momentum of losing like loads straight away. But this last year, I feel like I have had to do a lot of self learning and development and give myself a break from it all being about like a diet plan, so to say, and focus more on getting my head around the like psychology of myself and weight loss and what suits me, and just not being obsessed with the figures. Bit of self-love and care, a bit of work on my own relationship, just getting my chickens in order, and God, what's the other thing that they say? Ducks in line, something like that. So anyway, whatever it is, I just needed to get it done. I at minute I am massively struggling with my skin, just while you're watching me do makeup. And I'm starting to use eye serum that's supposed to lift your eye bags and brighten them. I don't think it's doing that. I've been using this for over a week and it doesn't feel like it's doing that. So I don't think the Appraise eye serum is working. So I'm sure it nourishes my skin, so I'll use that up so I'm not wasting it. But then then I've got this eye serum. I love Dermalogica products. Biotane, Biolume C eye serum. I do like using that, although that also doesn't correct my dark circles. I don't think anything will. Probably more sleep, better diet, and more hydration I should look into. But we all know how good I am at that. Anyway, like I was saying, because I do digress. I think my last year has been more about working on myself and getting my head into a good headspace, being a lot more like self-aware, um, less reactive, I suppose, and not just in like less reactive in terms of my emotions and anger or anything, but all like more about being more in control and more self-aware of what my triggers are and what really throws me and what were happening around me. I've done a lot of work in terms of like stuff on the people around me that do have an impact, such as Oliver and kids, and family and some friends. And yeah, it's been a bit of a year, and I'm quite proud of where I am right at the minute. I feel a lot more content. I think it's not an easy thing to do. It definitely isn't perfect. There is stuff that I need to still work on, because there's no way I was going to change habits of 40 years in 4 days, was there? However, I do feel a lot more like in a lot better place, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. And I feel like I've got that bit okay. I'm less freaked out by flying. I'm less freaked out by going to the gym. I'm not gonna lie. Am I enjoying it? No, I'm not. Um, do I have to force myself? Yeah. But the gym has actually highlighted to me, I'm not doing very good in terms of being really consistent. And I think that is something that I really do want to work on. So I've got some things in place, and if you like, I kind of look at it as I've been quite consistent in terms of trying and not giving up. Um, and some of the other stuff that I've done, and I'm kind of consistent in some ways. But I feel like this year I've just not really gone all in and fully committed. Part of that is due to the other stuff that I've got coming up, but life's always going to have stuff coming up. And I feel like it's a bit of an excuse and something that I need to address. Like, I have booked a ton of little day trips away. So it is really important to me to travel, and I'd set myself a bit of a goal of going to like 12 different countries in 12 months in my 40th year, which is fantastic. And I love that I'm doing that. And ultimately, that's really important to me. And I have prioritized that over weight loss. I won't diet while I'm away. I just won't. And I've not done bad in terms of getting back on track after I've been away, but I've not done amazing. And I just feel like for every step forward that I'm making, I do seem to be taking a few steps back. I do feel like I kind of enjoy a bit more a relaxed approach, but I think I've taken it too far, and it's a bit maybe too much of a relaxed approach to food. I am, like I said, exercising more, which I have, and quite, that's been really inconsistent. I've now had 2 weeks where I've really struggled with exercise because I had a huge blister. Can I help that? No. Am I willing to exercise through the pain of a blister? No, because I think that's just ridiculous. It is important for me to exercise, but not to make a blister 20 times worse. It has to heal, and unfortunately my trainers rub, and I'm like, that is just where I'm at. But am I okay with that? Not really. No, not really. I think I could do a lot better. So the consistency where the gym's concerned is definitely a bit of an issue. I do want to exercise a lot more. Like today, it's worked out really good because Oliver's van's broke, so he's took the car to work because he's working miles away. All his tools are already up there, and he's used that for the last 2 days, and it looks like a lot of this week he'll be having the car, so I'll walk down to work, which I'm kind of glad of because it forces me to do it. I'll probably end up walking home from work, and then if I take the dogs a walk also, it'll just get my step count up and start making me more mindful. While I've had a blister and got back actually from his last trip to Amsterdam, I've kind of ignored my watch, which is annoying because I got into this really good routine of being really mindful, and I was quite enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie, I do actually really love my Fitbit. It makes me look at it and be like, oh god, I've only moved today, shit. And even though I'm not like actively upping the steps per day, it has still made me mindful and thinking, oh my god, I've not moved a lot today. But I'm not looking now until the evening when it's kind of too late because I don't finish work while late. Whereas before, I was looking through the day and I'd walk up and down my salon steps about 15 times just to get my step count up. So I do think I need to be a little bit more consistent with that. My blister has healed almost. It's a bit raw, but it's now I can wear full shoes and not them awful ones that I had to get in Amsterdam. So, yeah, I think I need to just be a bit more consistent. Now, you're probably sick of listening to me rant now and go on about it, but this leads me to my next decision. So, in terms of food, I think I'm being really inconsistent. Will I diet while I'm away? No, I'm going to be honest. I won't ever do that. As whatever your opinion is, and I'm okay with what works for other people. Do you know, for me, life's too freaking short. Do you know me while I'm away? Do you know part of my experience of going to another country is to experience the food? I love it. Oliver loves it. I like getting dressed up and going out for meals. I like going into rustic little cafes. I like trying the local delicacies, whether they're cheesy like touristy ones or whatever. I don't care. I love going into like the food and cuisine part of a country. I love it. So I can't do that. And there's no point in me setting myself a goal of doing it and saying, oh, I need to be more mindful when I'm away. Because I don't want to. Life's going to be crap and I'm only going to fail it, that part of it. It's not something that I desire to do, so I'm not. Do I want to overtreat? Do I sit and gorge out? Like, when we went to the, in Amsterdam, we went to apple pie shop. Did I sit and eat a full apple pie to myself? No. Did I want to try it? Yes. What did I do? Me and Oliver shared it. In fact, Oliver ate more than half. A guy that didn't like apple pies, he sure didn't mind that one. But it like half the calories and I still had the experience. Did I feel like I'd missed out? No, not at all. And I you know, like that kind of carry off. Like we had a street waffle while we were away. We didn't buy one each. We just bought one to share. We actually didn't even finish it because we didn't really like it. We put far too many toppings on. And we threw the rest. And that was fine. That was absolutely fine. It's like usually we would have bought one of those each, and now we aren't even really thinking about it. We buy one to share, and that's how I want to do it. So, am I going to diet while I'm away? No, I'm not. Is that ever going to be a plan? No. Is it a plan that I walk 20,000 million miles while I'm away? Absolutely. My exercise is good while I'm away, and hopefully that will help in terms of maintaining some form of like stability. I'm not going to say that it's going to help me lose weight because with the amount that I eat compared to usual, it's not. But does it help bring it down? Yeah. So I can't really plan for going away. But what I have found and what I am now analysing in myself is I am not doing good in terms of food consistently, following a plan. I will start documenting stuff on the Fitbit. I just don't do that every day. I am not that committed. I'm lazy. I am so bad. Stuff's got to be easy for it to be long-term sustainable. And you know me, document. Of course, Lily rings me because she's forgot her antibiotics in the middle of me making a video. So I do apologise, that's going to cut off. But here we go again. So yes, I do not, unfortunately, I'm just not that committed to long-term documenting every skerrick of food and drink that I put into a Fitbit. Do I like the concept of the Fitbit? Absolutely. I wish I was that committed, and for the people that it works for, absolutely brilliant. I love how it balances your calories. I think that's absolutely brilliant, you know, from what activity you've done. I think that's brilliant. I think calorie counting, you feel less restrictive, like foods on really like banned, where I think they are on like Slimming World and Weight Watchers and stuff. But is it hard work? Yeah, it is. It's really hard work. So if you are on like a calorie counting diet and you are measuring and counting everything you're doing, I've got admiration for you, because that is freaking commitment in my eyes. That is serious commitment. Obviously a commitment that I'm incapable of doing, because I'll document about 3 days out of 7 and then I just lose memento. I get busy at work, I get sidetracked with other stuff, and I'm just crap. I do not consistently document every day. And then, yeah, I'm just not that great at doing that. So I don't think calorie counting particularly, like, there's aspects of it that I love. But there's bits of it that are just too much like faff for me. It's got to be so simple. I am so basic. I am not that committed. And yeah, as it's coming apparent, I'm super lazy, and I prioritize everything else in my life above doing that. So yeah, something's got to change where that's concerned. In terms of like, I started the intermittent fasting. I love that. I absolutely love that. And it's something that I've kind of really taken on board now. Eating later on, like I kind of skip breakfast. I've always naturally skipped breakfast, and then I've had it rammed into me that you've got to eat breakfast. And in all honesty, I prefer just to like eat at 11, 12 o'clock and then not eat after like 6, 7 o'clock. I much prefer that. It works better for my just my body. Do you know, if I eat late, I end up with reflux at night time. And sometimes when I'm working late, sometimes like I fall into that pattern of eating late, but it doesn't make me feel good. I don't enjoy it. And I always find that when I eat late as well, I'm eating in a rush, and it's more liable to be like something that's not really that great for me. So yeah, that's like intermittent fasting. Although I wouldn't just use that as like my plan. Although you could really, if you were mindful about what you ate, but I don't know, it leaves a lot of interpretation as to, like, in the clock window or whatever you want to call it, where you can eat, you still have to really regulate what you're eating, because ultimately you can just eat so many calories in that gap. So you still do have to be mindful, and that is where I'm struggling. So I would keep intermittent fasting. Like, I don't want to eat breakfast every morning. Like, I'm eating eggs just for the sake of it. I would like to still boil eggs, and I have them for my dinner. I enjoy doing that, but not having them first thing in the morning is definitely for me. It promotes me drinking more water as well, although I'm doing crap at that at the minute, but it does. And herbal teas, which I am getting quite into. I quite enjoy that. In fact, of the subscription box that I've just had delivered, you got 2 herbal teas, twining ones, the rose ones, and I think, oh, I'm looking forward to trying them because they're quite expensive. And I never treat myself to those. So if I like them, then I will, and it's a way to try them. How cool. Oh, maybe I should get a tea subscription box rather than an underwear one. That is a thought. Anyway, so I have actually thought about, surprisingly, going back to Slimming World with me still eating in the same pattern as intermittent fasting. But I think I kind of knew that this time would come, but I've quite enjoyed having a break from it because I weren't ready for going. And I know that a lot of you are not right impressed with my like channel, and I've lost quite a few subscribers actually, and I've noticed that some people don't comment anymore, and like that's totally fine, but I had to do what were right for me, and it is just a weight loss channel. It wasn't ever like supposed to be a Slimming World channel. So I am sorry if I've upset you with people with that, but it like really is important for me just to do what's right for me, because this is a journey that I'm actually wanting to be successful for, not so I can create YouTube's videos for. I'm quite ready there, I think, to go back to Slimming World. I think it'll give me a consistency of a plan that's really simple and easy. It does work for me, and I do enjoy it. It is like, oh no, I've not brushed my teeth. Why have I just put lip gloss on and I've not brushed my teeth? That's as I'm talking. Come on, you can come and brush my teeth with, well, I'm saying you can brush your teeth with me, but that's not really going to work because I can't talk. Right, so yes, the plan is, I think, to go back to Slimming World. So the thing that's like been thrown into the works is I was going to go back this Thursday, and I booked out Thursday morning to go back and re-register and join Slimming World. However, it all is dependent on whether Oliver still needs the car and whether I've got the facilities to drive up there or not, because I am working on Thursday, so I can't get the bus up there, and I've not allowed for that. I've got no other way of getting up there that, like, if Oliver's got my car. So that is all going to be dependent on whether or not I can go up. I'm looking forward to aspects of it. Like, there's loads of aspects of it that I'm really looking forward to. I think, oh, I need to get that off. I think the diet plan is, like, it's suitable, it works. Whether you want to deny it and get face on, like, I've never disputed, like, loving the Slimming World diet. And I really do enjoy it. I don't struggle on it. I eat so much more and probably better. And yeah, it's just no messing around, isn't it? It's absolutely brilliant, really. I do really like it. So I think the consistency of getting weighed there every week, I do find motivating. But that scares me a little bit. I can't get weighed and have a blind weigh-in because I'm just not like that. I can't do it. I have no self-control. If somebody else knows what I weigh, then I may as well. It's like, I just can't kid myself. There's no point in lying to myself. If somebody else knows, I may as well just know. So that's the thing. And either way, I think it's the action of actually getting on the scales that I found got a little bit much, that I had to get weighed every single week, and that it became like an obsession with the numbers, and a lot of that was to do with me, and I needed a break from it. So I've had nearly a year off. Actually, I think I've had a year of not going to Slimming World. God, that's flown, because it was around my 40th birthday, and I'm coming up to my 41st birthday. I think a lot's changed in me since then, and I'm looking forward to battling this next stage a little bit more full on, and consistency is definitely going to be key. And part of that is I do think I need to go to Slimming World and get weighed, but I do really want to be mindful about not getting obsessed with the scales and not getting really upset about not. Well, to be honest, I've been weighing myself anyway, and it's not really been a thing, so I think I might be all right, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, this diary, vlog, whatever it is, I'm just uploading just my plan and my thoughts and feelings and where I am and what I'm doing moving forward. If I don't go this Thursday, then I'll be able to go next Thursday, which I need to make sure I've bulked out in my diary. And then hopefully I'll probably just sign up for like the 12-week plan and give it 12 weeks of really good motivation and see where I end up. So that is the plan, and that's where I'm at. Tell me your thoughts if you're watching it and you've actually got this far, because God, I talk crap for a long time.